What's going on, YouTube? We're going to do some squatting today because it's leg day. And then we're going to talk about Psalm number 12. And I want to point out something. 90% of people that watch my videos don't subscribe. Let's fix that. Let's get that number a little better, please. Thank you. And comment more often about whatever's on your mind, because I definitely get comments about how horrible my lifts look, to questions about the Bible, to who knows what. So, and Greg, the invitation's still there, buddy. You can come lift anytime you want. It'll be fun, because you're like twice my size, and it's going to be great. But anyway, we're just doing our squat thing today, and, you know, right now we're still in the warm-up phase, because, I don't know, it's warming up, I guess. It's already kind of warm in here. You notice it's the morning and I'm not bundled up because it's starting to get warm out there. So let's do another little warm-up set here and see how it goes. Yeah, that felt pretty good. I mean, I hope it would. It's only 225. Better feel good. But, you know, it's the whole recovery process, trying to make sure, you know, the one lift to the next one and to the next one and how they go together. So, yeah, that whole like recovery and programming and all that important stuff when you're lifting heavy like I do. Because you don't want to get hurt. Especially when you're roughly a month out from a contest. That would really suck. Because then you would have to go and compete hurt. What, you thought I was going to say then you'd have to not do the contest? Are you crazy? I think the one time I got hurt, I went to the contest and broke a record, maybe, I think. I'll have to go back and look, but I definitely went and competed anyway. So maybe I wasn't really hurt that bad. Just sounds cooler. So let's look at Psalm 12 for a second, while we get recovered in between sets here and rested up and all that. Psalm 12, another short one. It's like, help, Lord, for the godly man ceaseth, for the faithful fail from among the children of men. And there's a period, that's like a whole sentence right there. So I'm thinking about that, like, well, sometimes you do feel like that, you know? Like, where are all the good people? Not good people, because maybe that's a bad terminology. There's lots, you know, we live in this society where there's lots of good people out there. I'm not talking about good people. I'm talking about godly people, because, you know, there's a difference between being good and being godly. Sometimes we don't think of it like that, so then we don't act like that there is a difference. But I digress. You do live at times where it feels like this. They speak vanity. Everyone to his neighbor with flattering lips, and with a double heart do they speak. The Lord shall cut off all flattering lips, and the tongue that speaks proud things, or speaketh proud things. Okay. Who have said, with our tongue will we prevail, our lips are our own, who is Lord over us? So, talk. This is a lot of talking going on. Some of the other Psalms have been more about action, what wicked people are doing, and seem to be getting away with, but this one's about talking and what the ungodly, the evil people are doing. Double talk, of course this is all leading to actions, but otherwise it would just be all talk, right? But this flattering, double heart, double-minded, double-tongued, double dip. No, I'm just kidding. It's like the Discover commercial with Jennifer Coolidge. It's pretty funny. Double shot and all that stuff. But no, it's double. In other words, we know what it means in the biblical context. It's you're being a hypocrite on purpose, appearing one way over here to get what you want, but over here this is who you really are. So, pretty interesting timing there with that psalm. But we deal with that everywhere, right? At work, at school. Where else are we? Church. Just in whatever social circles you run in. You're always running into people like this. And sometimes it's not like a big deal. It's just, we all do it at a very innocuous, innocent level. Like, well, I was kind of feeling like French fries for lunch. And, you're just trying to get to a certain restaurant or whatever. That's not what David's talking about here. He's talking about like evil people with evil plans, trying to say all the right things. All right, so let's do some more weight while we're thinking about that. And, just like in the other Psalms that are featuring the action, how is God going to handle this situation? What is he going to do? Because it is different than the other Psalms. We see where God will answer violence with, a violence of his own, so to speak. So how is it going to work when it's not an action and it's not violent? What does God do in this situation to rescue his people from these kind of people? And it's interesting because God has a way of dealing with every little thing. He isn't just this blanket, one-size-fits-all madman who's, acting out of turn or anything. So let's see how that looks. That felt decent because we're starting to get heavy. Might grab a few little things from over here that I might need, particularly the wrist wraps, if I can find them. There we go. Nope. Wrong! Those are not wrist wraps. I got so much stuff in this gym bag. Maybe one day I just need to dump it out, explain what's in it and why. And probably take some stuff out of it, either permanently or semi-permanently. Here we go, wrist wraps. Just to be on the safe side. So we got this idea of what's God going to do about it. How is he going to rescue and protect his people? That's the other thing, just side point from a lot of these songs. What we see is God working and moving because humans are failing. And that's by design in a sense, because we need to rely on God. And we need to know that we need to rely on God, or else we won't. Because if we think we can do it on our own, we darn sure are going to try, aren't we? That's just sort of in our DNA, so to speak. So here we go. We got all these sideways talking people who think that they can say whatever they want and get away with it, because it's leading to this, verse 5. For the oppression of the poor, for the sighing of the needy. Now will I arise, saith the Lord, I will set him in safety from him that puffeth at him. The words of the Lord are pure words. So by comparison now, we're seeing how God's words are pure. It says, as silver tried in a furnace of earth, purified 7 times. All right, so that's cool. So God is a straight shooting talker who means what he says, compared to these other people who have these ulterior motives behind what they're doing. And apparently they've been taking advantage of, poor people who are at a disadvantage somehow. And he says, it's pretty short and sweet and to the point. Thou shalt keep them, O Lord, thou shalt preserve them from this generation forever. I like the forever part because it's just another reminder that this earth is temporary. What's going on here? Temporary. But God is going to protect us forever. When we're his, we have an eternity, forever, waiting for us in heaven. So what we have to do at that point is really lean into that more than we do. Because we want stuff now. We want stuff here, as if earth matters so much to us. And stuff is so important to us. And it's not. I wish we would stop acting like material possessions mean something. It's so dumb. But, we gotta, we want to, fit in with our coworkers or some other social status that, we compare ourselves maybe to say, oh, well, we're not, like Hollywood. We're not trying to buy a Bentley. We just want a Mercedes. You don't need a Mercedes. Honda's just fine, all that kind of stuff. Just stop it already. When you realize this world doesn't matter and your treasure's going to be in heaven, you'll be fine working out in a gym like this or something, I don't know. Or driving trucks that are 25 years old. Who cares, I mean, you're living in a whatever size house. Do you really need that size of a house? Or is it just what other people around you live in or something, Come on. Stop being so materialistic. God's going to preserve you forever. It's not going to be here. Forever isn't here. Our mindset needs to be on the hereafter. Because right now, the wicked walk on every side, while the vilest men are exalted here on earth. But that's not what eternity is going to be like. So don't worry about it. On the one hand, God's got it handled because he's given you an eternity right now, and you want to be upset because your temporary kind of sucks. Who cares? God's got you handled. God's got your reward. God's seen. God's going to rescue the poor and the needy. And so, again, let's just focus on the eternity and be reminded that God's in control. So, we're going to throw 315 around a bit. And, we'll add something to that too, probably. But unless we just want to have a good volume day today, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Volume probably wouldn't be a bad way to start the week, to be honest with you. Because when you do volume, that means you can focus on form. Form is important. Sometimes people forget that. Then they get hurt. That felt good. A lot deeper than I've done with 315 lately, so I'm happy with that part of it at least. Sometimes I'm my own worst critic, you know? Like, it still bothers me that I couldn't do all the deadlifts I wanted at the last meet, even though I won. It's like, and beat people, you know? Still aggravating me. And, you know, the fact that I didn't have a perfect squat. But what did I just say? You know, some stuff doesn't matter that much. This is Earth, it's temporary. So we'll throw some more weight on there. Since we got plenty of it. So I have to do this math out loud or else I'll mess it up. So we got 315. So if that's 315, then we got 325. Now 335. And lately I've been doing 345. So we need to grab these as well. Grab these two. To be able to lift the weight I want to lift. There, I used every spelling of the word to. I hope you're happy. Cool, so we'll do that. Then we'll drop down to 225 and do some reps. Because that helps get you some volume going on. Because that matters. If you think about it, you know, I'm going to do this strongman next month. Then there's another strongman in August that's not too far away that's like totally different events that might be fun to train for. And then I'll be rolling right into training for powerlifting in the fall. But it's going to really put me in a good position to do well, I think, because the strongman stuff really targets a lot of muscles that you need to have for powerlifting, but don't always have time to work on during the powerlifting ramp up to the meet. So it's like when you focus out your training throughout the year on what you need to be good at and how you need to work your so-called off season compared to, you know, your training cycle for the meet itself. Yeah, it's just kind of a win-win doing the strongman and the powerlifting. So I'm down with it. It's great. So once we bang this set out, probably just do 3 because, you know, I want to get it good. I want to get it right. No doubt in my mind about it, kind of thing. No doubt in the internet's mind. I'm not going to touch the floor with my butt or anything, but I want to be in that like 90-something% of judges would say that's a good lift, and 100% of the federations out there. Something like that. I think it would be great. So let's try 345. Let's see what happens. Maybe get 3 good solid ones out of it. Be great. Well, that's pretty good. You gotta push hard. If your ears aren't ringing, you didn't push hard enough. I don't know. If you aren't seeing stars, you didn't try hard enough. So go out and have a good day if you want to.